Wunderbaren Atmosphäre. Wir freuen uns auf den UK Open Finalisten aus dem Jahre 2007. Einen European Tour Titel konnte er einfahren. Aktuell ist er die Nummer 26 der Welt. Bekannt als der schnellste Werfer auf dem Planeten Erde, der Dutch Destroyer Vincent van der Voort. Vincent van der Voort fordert einen Landsmann heraus. 24 Jahre jung, aktuell die Nummer 15 der Welt. Er hat ein tolles Jahr 2016 gespielt, 3 PDC-Titel einfahren können und er stand in diesem Jahr bereits in einem European Tour Finale, das war in Saarbrücken. Herzlich willkommen, Big Ben, Benito van der Paas.
Just 2 games left to complete the lineup for the 3rd round at the Happy Bet German Darts Match Play. And it's a double Dutch affair in the penultimate match of the night before we get to see the world #1 Michael van Gerwen take to the stage against John Henderson. It is MVG's best man at his wedding, Vincent van der Voort, the man who knocked out Adrian Lewis in round 1 in a baffling game of darts, where we saw Lewis go 7 darts into the perfect 9. Then 8 darts into the perfect 9 and missed double 12. But unfortunately, he'd already gone 5-0 down by that point. And it just proved too much for him. He was beaten 6-4 by Big Vincent, the Dutch destroyer. He's taking on Big Ben, Benito van der Paas, a former finalist, 2-time finalist on the Euro Tour, but yet to claim a maiden Euro Tour title. Vincent's won one. Won one in Austria a few years back, beating Jamie Caven in the final. And these two did meet at this tournament in the Instalparkhalle here in Hamburg last year. That was at the 3rd round stage. Benito van der Paas got the better of Vincent van der Voort. It is boiling hot here. It is hotter than the Steve Beaton swimwear calendar 1996. Our referee is George in the 11th and final leg, Noble. Done a lot of 11-leggers today. And Paul Nicholson in the commentary box for me, Dan Dawson.
26.
Well, I for one had the 1995 calendar, and it wasn't as hot as the 96.
Oh, the 96 that's the canon in terms of the Steve Beaton sexy calendars.
134.
I'm not ashamed to say the last calendar I bought was Girls Aloud.
Well, maybe you should be ashamed.
Well, I spy with my little eye some new darts in Big Ben's hand, and we haven't seen that in a little while. Some new flights on the end of Vincent van der Voort's darts. They're pretty.
100.
Yeah, it just looks like a new set. Very much the same dart as before, just sparkling brand new.
140.
Darts don't last forever.
Well, you know, it might be a conscious decision from Benito, knowing how hot it is in here. I mean, it is stifling.
100.
And with it being very hot up on stage, just a new set of darts with fresh grip might just make the difference with that odd visit. It doesn't slip out your hand so much.
That might have been the reason behind Peter Wright using a new set in the last game.
This is Euro 167.
I was speaking with Peter actually about it. I'll tell you about that. But Vincent looking to set this up now. Sets it up very, very well. And Benito's looking at a massive one just to hold his throw in the opening leg here. He's not going to do it. Vincent van der Voort starting this match like he did against Adrian Lewis last night, averaging in the mid-90s in the end. Vincent hit 4 180s in the process. Adrian hit 7.
Unlucky for some.
He shows in the first leg.
Unlucky for Big Ben as double 18 goes in for Vincent van der Voort. And
second leg, Vincent to
he does break the throw.
Game on.
Yeah, Adrian Lewis. The only person to throw 7 180s in a match this weekend and lose. Dirk van Dijvenbode managing that quite astonishing feat earlier on today
45.
in a thriller with Mensur Suljovic.
Maybe he should have hit 8.
Well, couldn't have hurt, could it? Although The record on Euro Tours for number of 180s in a match is jointly held
100.
by Michael Smith, who hit 9, and Dowell Gurney, who hit 9. Michael Smith managed to lose that game with 9 180s.
78.
To Josh Payne. That was at the Dutch Darts Masters. We were talking about it in the practice room earlier on. Dowell Gurney insists that he should get an extra point because he managed to win his game with 9 180. Michael Smith wasn't having it.
96.
Extra point?
Yeah.
This isn't American football where you have to kick through the goal after you hit a touchdown.
No, but they share the record. Could it be beaten? Well, it could.
60.
10 can be done. You can have 11 legs. 1 a leg. Pretty doable.
Throw 5 consecutive 9 darters, 10 180s. Still lose 6-5.
Very true.
And there's one of them. Benito van der Pas with the first maximum of this one.
Well, Vinny got a breaker through on the last leg. Oh, what a reply.
180.
Well, the heat is playing tricks on the voice of George Noble. There's Bull. Can he have a 25?
Oh.
Can he do it? Champagne shot.
It looks good. Oh, it just skewed
82.
off. I think it was the dart in the 25 that he's clattered off. What a shot it would have been, but this one's not bad. The Della.
58. Benito 43.
43. Benito likes double 16, so we're probably looking at 11. That is 11. Double 16 for 1-1. 1-1 it is. Great back straight away. Great post from Big Ben.
Third leg, Benito to throw first. Game on.
So you were talking to Peter in the practice room?
Yes,
the
so the new darts, very similar to the previous set he was using. The only difference is that he doesn't have some grip on the front.
140.
And he says that he found that when he was going for doubles, the darts weren't dipping into the double as he expected. So what he's done, although they're the same weight overall,
100.
there's a little bit more weight at the front because they haven't cut the grooves out of it. So it's a little bit more front weighted, only fractions. But he confidently predicted earlier on that he would average no less than 110. Now in the end he's averaged 104, but that is what Peter Wright does. He also took the rather strange step of grabbing my notebook and writing a personalised message in it
100.
saying, "Watch this space, 2 exclamation marks. New darts will take over the world. Signed, Snakebite Wright." He is convinced that this tiny little change is going to make all the difference.
100.
When he writes things like that, he's trying to tell us that he's Mr. Buckethead. He's the one that was standing next to Theresa May in that election.
Wow. Hang about.
100.
Well, Vincent van der Voort making that treble 20 bed look like a bucket, filling it up with ease.
Well, we both know that Peter Wright wants to take over the world darts, but there's still a lot of people in this tournament who can do that very thing this weekend. And Van der Voort's been playing really well. 1-2-1 after 9. Solid stuff. Better than solid, really. 11. Bullseye. Ooh, he scared it. Scared it a lot.
Benito requires 72.
Puts pressure on the 72 for Benito to hold.
Now, treble 16, I would think it'd be the route. Maybe treble 12. No, it is the 16. And that leaves double 12. Now double 6. And there it is. It is in the double 6.
Benito van der Pas. Full flag, Vincent to throw first. Game on.
Well, 2 breaks of throw at the start of the match. And the first hold from Benito, the number 5 seed.
130.
Winner of this one will play Joe Cullen, who had a very good performance late this afternoon against Justin Pipe.
Yeah, Justin Pipe was averaging 99 for the first 4 legs of that, and he was 4-0 down. Cullen was doing a job on him.
85.
And I have to say, I'm hugely impressed with how Joe Cullen has gone about his business so far this year. I think he's getting better and better. But it could well be
60.
a big weekend for Joe Cullen, but we can say that about a number of the guys in this field. Of the people we've seen so far, who are the ones that have really impressed you, Paul?
Joe really did impress me this afternoon, and I was talking about how much work and
93.
effort Justin was putting into his throw. I just look at the way that Joe throws, and it looks very easy right now, and that's a quality that you really need on days like tomorrow. Think about making it look easy. Van der Voort's back in the 180s again.
Yeah, well, he hit 4 against Adrian Lewis. He's already hit 3 here, only in the 4th leg. And Vincent van der Voort...
Easy 5 is your 127.
Very much an underestimated player. I mean, look, he's won one of these Eurotour titles. He's a former major finalist. I remember him scaring the life out of Phil Taylor in the quarterfinal of the World Championship a few years back. When he's on it, and he doesn't seem to be having any back problems, doesn't seem to be playing with any pain. When he is pain-free, he's so dangerous.
It's not often that Benito van der passes
120.
the shorter of the two on stage.
72.
Big Vin, 72. Top 16. Another 16 for Tops. Tops it is. That is absolutely wonderful from Vincent van der Voort. Really good stuff. This is turning into a proper game. But people are fancy this weekend. I tell you what, Vincent's going into that corner pretty quickly. But yeah, like Joe Cullen.
59.
Peter looks ominous. We haven't seen MVG yet.
No. No, we haven't. But we've seen very good display from Michael Smith earlier,
57.
following up his victory in Gibraltar. Mervyn King caught the eye.
Daryl Gurney looked pretty good early on this afternoon.
He did. It was not spectacular in terms of the averages, but he had 4 180s in that victory over Jimi Hendrix and a 6-1 win.
You would think that Daryl Gurney, being the first person through to Sunday, was probably tucked up in bed right now.
100.
Now you see the averages, both in the mid to high 90s. Decent stuff here. The finishing has been good from these two.
You've got to think that after last night, Vincent taking out Adrian Lewis, he's probably said to himself as he's gone to bed, you know what, if I can take him out, I can take them all out.
100.
Why can't I win this tournament? And I can't think of a single reason why not. Because when he puts in performances like that, he can.
Done it in the past.
97.
Austria Darts Open champion. A few years ago, Vincent van der Voort.
Won it twice, didn't he? Once not as a European event and once as a European Tour event.
Ah, yes, he has won in Austria as well.
60.
And in business with the European Tour, its current incarnation, Paul.
And we're going there in a couple of weeks. He will be
back in Vienna. Now then, Benito. Tops. For a 1-1-4, and the finishing continues to be good in this game.
Game on.
This is turning into a right Dutch tear-up, isn't it? Can't split them right now, really. Some throw, so you'd think that Van der Voort will have the advantage here. Good start with a 1-2-5.
$123.
1-2-3 in response. Just rattle through some of the games we've got coming up for you tomorrow, but hang about. Oh, Vincent filling it up again. Yes, he is. Already, Vincent van der Voort has hit 4 180s in this match. He's hit 8 this weekend. And I'll tell you what, in a game that is so tightly contested, why are we surprised? It's George and the 11th and final leg Noble we're talking about. We could be going all the way once again.
60.
There's the 60, believes the 136.
Yeah, it's looking very much like 3-3. However, if Benito fills this up,
135.
would have made him think.
136.
He's left to finish. 136 is another one of those. And a double 8. Ooh.
120.
And he fancied that.
Benito, you require 148.
So did I. I thought that was going in.
Well, we've seen the finishing get better and better as this game has gone on. 72, a brace of them, a 1-1-4, and very nearly a 1-3-6 or a 1-4-8 in this leg. In the end, it's going to be a small checkout that these guys need to complete this leg, but for 3 apiece, it's double 8. And there it is, 13 darter for Vincent van der Voort, and we cannot separate these two after 6 legs of darts. Benito van der Pas, the number 5 seed. But we've not seen many seeded players knocked out of the tournament. The big name was James Wade, the defending champion, who was lacklustre to say the least in being knocked out by Kyle Anderson. We saw Jelle Klaassen dumped out by fellow former Lakeside champ Stephen Bunting. And of course, this afternoon, the only seeded player to be knocked out was the number 8 seed Kim Huybrechts, who missed 8 match darts against Peter Hudson, who could well turn out to be the surprise package of this weekend. Hudson will be playing tomorrow against Alan Norris.
Well, in this game, the way it's going, it's going to probably be one mistake that costs them the match.
One mistake, or maybe one moment of brilliance.
I'd rather see the moment of brilliance.
Certainly would.
Not going to wish any pain on anybody on that hockey.
Do you not revel in that? You know, fellow pro, these guys, you want to see some psychological damage done to them, just in case you play them next time and they might be just marginally weaker.
I don't mind it when I'm playing against them.
Right.
But when I'm up here, I'm nice and neutral. I'm like a liberal Democrat.
Now then. Bullseye. Oh, he's not going for it, is he?
95.
Benito letting us all down when we wanted a big bullseye finish. But he'll leave himself double 16, and after
60, Benito,
Big Vincent put in a 13 darter in the last leg, Benito is looking to respond in kind. Lining up outside.
No score.
Did look difficult, but Vincent can't finish 171 no matter how well he's playing, so Benito will have another crack at that.
Vincent will know
97.
he's really chasing Benito at this point, and he's praying for a little mistake. He's wanting Benito to do exactly what he did in the last visit and just miss. But he's not going to do that now.
7th flag, Benito van der Pas, 8th flag, Vincent to throw first.
Lethal finish from Benito. Vincent's got to continue to chase.
Yeah, well, it has been a couple of breaks to start this match, and then
60.
5 consecutive holds of throw. Dutch battle. You see that glistening forehead of the 24-year-old Benito. It is, I cannot stress to you how uncomfortable. It's like playing in Dubai here at the Insel Park Halle in Hamburg.
Does that give an advantage to the guys who played there?
Well,
the rights
didn't help James Wade.
I think the way James played today, no disrespect to him whatsoever, but the way things went for him, he needed a lantern with a genie inside it.
Well, he certainly needed more than he had this evening. James Wade, the defending champion, dumped out the tournament. Its 3rd iteration. The first year, it was in Austria. That was won by Michael van Gerwen. Last year, it was won by James Wade. Will we see a new name on the trophy, or will MVG go on and claim this for a second time and win a 16th European Tour title? 4 times as many as his next nearest competitor, Peter Wright and Phil Taylor and Michael Smith, all on 4 over their careers.
With Michael van Gerwen about
60.
Vincent van der Voort's winning interview at the least.
Yes, it was. He didn't really want to commit to any answers, having kind of come a cropper in a previous interview on stage as Benito. That is only his 2nd 180, but it pushes his average up to just under the 100 mark. Oh, 180 here from Vincent. And he has, you know. 180 from Benito, 180 back from Vincent, both on huge finishes. And it's on. It is on! Oh, just misses the ball for another 170 this weekend.
61.
Well, this would be quite special. Oh, good effort.
82.
What a passage of play those last 4 visits were, but Benito van der Pas once again. He's going to get darts at a double to hold his throw and edge closer to the final day. Double 4. And there it is.
Benito van der Pas.
You could see Benito there just before hitting that double 4, just gritting his teeth a little bit, just saying, come on, let's get this hit.
We have seen the odd dart missed here and there on their own throw, but they've only been missing them when the other guy has been miles away. When it's come to when they've had to hit it, they've been hitting it. These guys have been nerveless on their own throw.
139.
And it's led to a fascinating encounter here. It's one that Benito has just continually just kept getting his nose in front. He only trailed after that first leg when he was broken, and since then he's been level or one leg ahead right the way through.
Well, what he has done is he's pretty much got the darts here. If he can strike this treble 19 a couple of times, or even the treble 18, then that's hitting home the advantage that he has wrestled for Big Vinny.
Vincent needs to find, well, he may. Oh dear, just 85, but you know, if he could find a 6th 180 with his next visit, he might need to. A ton 40 would get him down to a Shanghai, but Benito van der Pas is going to be on a finish of some sort. Oh, superb stuff. Leaves himself a 2-darter for an 11-dart leg and a 6-4 victory. And
very impressive.
Oh, needs a treble. Doesn't. Not that one. Not that one. Benito van der Pas edging all the way through this game, closer and closer to a place in the 3rd round, and now he has his chance. Staying there on the treble 20, I would think. He does. Double 10.
80.
One match dart missed. We have seen a number of players, 6 in fact, miss match darts and get knocked out of the tournament this weekend. Kim Hybrex was one of them today.
99.
The number 8 seed missing 8 match darts.
20.
Benito has missed 1. My word. My word.
This you require 180.
Hold on a minute. That wasn't part of the plan, said Benito. 118. 60. For double 19. Oh, it's there! Van der Voort! What a shot when he needed it the most! Hamburg is on its feet, and George Noble's doing another 11-leg shootout.
And I, for one, am delighted because that was iron ring stuff from Vincent van der Voort. 118 to save his skin. But he still needs to find a break of throw. The sweat pouring off the Dutch destroyer, and he kicks off ton 40.
Unbelievable stuff. I am really enjoying this game just as much as Vincent's last game against Adrian Lewis. He is delivering this weekend drama at its best.
Well, we said it could be mistakes that end up deciding this game, or it could be a moment of brilliance. We've seen some mistakes from Benito van der Pas, but a 6th 180 from Vincent van der Voort. Wow. Wow.
You just want to sit back and enjoy it, don't you? It's a shame it's got to end, but it's going to end in the next 2 minutes or so, even less than that. Could end in 4 darts. Wow, Vincent van der Voort.
165.
Unbelievable. You're talking about iron ring stuff. The last 12 darts he has thrown have been nothing short of absolutely astronomical.
45.
118 checkout to save his skin, having survived 4 match darts. Ton 40, ton 80, 165, double 8. A quite spellbinding blast from Vincent van der Voort to come back from the dead and defeat Benito van der Pas. He has revenge for his defeat to Benito here last year. And the Dutch destroyer is in the 3rd round. He will face Joe Cullen, and what a tantalising prospect that is tomorrow afternoon. The number 5 seed Benito, another player to miss match darts and go out of the tournament. A moment of brilliance from Vincent van der Voort with the 118, and even Vincent, with all his experience, he knows how good that was. A 10-darter to win it. Let's hear from the big Dutchman before MVG takes to the stage to round off today's action at the Happy Bet European Darts Match Play.
Yes. I was sure actually he would win this thing. He had a couple. How many matches did he have? 5?
What?
Did he have 5 match darts, Benito?
Yes.
Ich muss das erklären. I need to explain that. Vincent hatte zuletzt, weil er sich nicht ganz sauber ausgedrückt hatte, eine Verwarnung bekommen. Er hat gestern gesagt, ich muss sehr gut nachdenken darüber, was ich jetzt sage. Ich antworte nur noch mit Ja oder Nein. Er zieht das tatsächlich durch. What can I ask? And his smile on his face What should I ask him? Do you enjoy playing darts as right now? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do you love reaching the third round here?
Yes.
Yes. Happy with the one? Happy with actually 180? You checked the 180 and you're happy with that, right?
Oh, yes.
And the great last leg, 11 darts, huh? No, 10 darts.
Yes.
Vincent, thank you very much. Vincent van der Voort. He just said yes.